We are traveling to Ulaanbaatar, the capital city of Mongolia. Before our journey begins, I show my son a map on the screen. I explain that Mongolia is a vast country located between Russia and China, and that Ulaanbaatar sits near the center of this wide land. I tell him that this country is famous for its endless steppe, where the sky feels bigger than anywhere else. As the airplane begins to land, we look down through the window. There are no tall buildings yet, only open land, soft colors, and distant mountains. I can feel my son becoming quiet, taking it all in. I tell him gently that Ulaanbaatar is not an old city of stone, but a city that once moved with monks and traders. For many years, it traveled across the land before becoming a fixed capital about 300 years ago. This history feels important, especially for a child seeing such a wide place for the first time. After arriving, we step directly into the city. The air feels dry and clean, and the sky seems closer than usual. I notice my son looking up more than usual, watching clouds move slowly. We walk to Ulaanbaatar Square, the heart of the city. The space is wide and open, and the large statue of Genghis Khan stands in front of the government palace. I explain who Genghis Khan was and how he united many tribes to create one of the largest empires in history. My son listens carefully, and I can tell he is imagining horses, movement, and long journeys. A local man nearby greets us kindly and welcomes us to Mongolia. He speaks about the big sky and the open heart of this land. My son repeats the words quietly to himself, as if trying to remember them. We continue walking slowly, letting the wind move around us. Later, we visit the National Museum of Mongolia. Inside, I show my son traditional clothing, old tools, and paintings that show life with animals. I explain how people here followed seasons, not clocks. We stop in front of a model of a gur, the traditional round home. I remind him that families live together in these homes, moving when the land changes. In the afternoon, we visit a real Jair experience area. Inside, the space feels warm and calm. The smell of wood and milk fills the air. We are offered sute sai, traditional milk tea. I describe how this tea is meant to warm the body and give strength during long days. My son drinks it slowly and nods, as if he understands without words. Next, we try traditional food. We eat booze, steamed dumplings filled with meat. I explain that Mongolian food is made for cold weather and strong bodies. My son eats quietly and seems full very quickly. I can see that the food feels heavy but comforting to him. In the evening, we watch a traditional performance. There is throat singing, long song, and slow, powerful dance. I explain kume, the throat-singing technique that sounds like more than one voice at the same time. I tell him that this music comes from nature, from wind, animals, and open land. My son listens closely. I notice that the music makes him still, not restless. The next morning, we travel outside the city, where the land opens wide again. We see horses, sheep, and goats moving freely. I explain how children here grow up learning patience and balance through traditional games. My son tries ankle bone shooting, focusing carefully and learning that the game rewards calm attention. Later, he wears a small deal, traditional clothing, and sits on a horse. I describe how riding is part of everyday life for many Mongolian children. From where I stand, he looks small against the wide land, but also strong. He sits quietly, holding still, as if he understands that this place does not rush anyone. In the afternoon, we visit Naran Tool Market. The market is full of color, felt, crafts, scarves, boots, and handmade items from the countryside. My son chooses a small felt horse. I tell him that this object will help us remember this place when we return home. As the day moves toward evening, we sit together outside. The city feels calm, even with people around. There is no hurry in the air. My son leans closer to me. I sense that this place feels different to him, not loud, not fast. I explain that Mongolia teaches people to look far instead of close, and to move slowly instead of quickly. As night comes, the sky turns deep blue. Stars begin to appear, even near the city. I quietly tell him that Ulaanbaatar is a city between past and present, between movement and stillness. We sit together under the wide Mongolian sky, letting the day settle gently into memory. Now it's your turn. Try describing any moment from a trip you remember in English. You don't need many words. Just a few sentences are enough. You can speak it out loud or write it in the comments below. Speaking or writing regularly will help you improve, little by little, and don't be afraid of mistakes. Each one helps you grow. If this journey to Ulaanbaatar made you curious, you might also enjoy imagining a quiet walk through another place, a city with a big sky, a small village, or somewhere you've never been. Thank you for listening and traveling with us today. Keep practicing your English. Keep exploring the world through stories. And I'll see you next time on our next journey.